Turning now to the Israel-Hamas war, President Joe Biden announcing an emergency mission to build a pier off the Gaza coast to deliver critical aid.
ABC's Morgan Norwood has more from New York.
In America's latest effort to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza, hundreds of U.S. troops will lead a new emergency military mission to build a temporary shipping port off Gaza's coast. President Biden making the announcement during his State of the Union address.
I'm directing the U.S. military to lead an emergency mission to establish a temporary pier in the Mediterranean on the coast of Gaza that can receive large shipments carrying food, water, medicine, and temporary shelters.
The so-called Trident Pier, which will be similar to the one seen here, will serve as a temporary port to help UN workers deliver desperately needed aid to Palestinians trapped in the war-torn territory. It could take 45 to 60 days to complete. The U.S. and its allies says senior officials will meet in Cyprus to discuss the plans. Biden's announcement comes as more aid was dropped into Gaza today. Attempts to deliver aid have been hampered by road closures and fighting. But with Gaza on the edge of famine, according to the UN, airdrops won't be enough to stop widespread starvation.
Israel must do its part. Israel must allow more aid into Gaza to ensure humanitarian workers aren't caught in the crossfire. Humanitarian assistance cannot be a secondary consideration or a bargaining chip. Protecting and saving innocent lives has to be a priority.
Meanwhile, protesters in Washington attempting to block Biden's motorcade ahead of his address, renewing calls for his administration to stop military funding in Israel. It comes as U.S. hopes fade for a ceasefire during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. It's starting in just 2 days, and negotiations once again have stalled.
And as for that emergency mission, President Biden making it clear there will be no boots on the ground. So far, no comment from either the Israeli Prime Minister's office or Hamas. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.